Hi, and welcome to the next edition of Hey Doc, What's Up? Remember that we started out talking about the foundation of our health and the four legs of your chair, of your health chair, and that first leg was your female male. Your second leg, which we're going to talk in further detail about today, is your insulin blood sugar. Your third leg is your thyroid, and your fourth leg is your adrenal with your cortisol and your vitamin B12 as your support. But today we're going to focus on the second leg of your chair, your blood sugar, your insulin, and your hemoglobin A1C. First of all, realize that most docs won't check an insulin. That's actually your hormone, is the insulin. A blood sugar is going to be, or an FBS, a fasting blood sugar, is going to have a lot of potential pitfalls. How long have you been fasting? Have you really not been fasting? Is it more than 12 hours, less than 12 hours? When most people don't realize the ideal time to check a blood sugar is actually 12 hours. So an A1C, or what's called a hemoglobin A1C, is actually a 3-month time frame of if there is extra sugar in your bloodstream. Think of your hemoglobin as wearing a backpack and carrying that extra sugar around, and so it gets measured as extra sugar on your hemoglobin. So that's what that hemoglobin A1C is. So in diabetics, they will measure that because it is a measure of extra sugar in the bloodstream, which is a measure of 3-month diabetic control. So an A1C that goes up by a point is actually indicative of a 30-point increase in a blood sugar. But remember, a fasting blood sugar. The other point I like to make with patients is that it is all about, is your fasting blood sugar as an insulin resistant person the same as somebody who's diabetic? No, that means you are pre-diabetic. If a doctor is going to say your blood sugar as insulin resistant or as diabetic is good enough, I want to ask you to challenge them, because good enough means it's still elevated. And when I treat a diabetic or a pre-diabetic or an insulin resistant patient, I need their blood sugar to be the same as what I expect my blood sugar to be as a non-diabetic. That is the control that I'm striving for. So again, a blood sugar or a fasting blood sugar is going to be really important to know. Not just are you fasting or not, and all it needs is 4 hours of fasting, but you need to know what is your insulin response to that blood sugar, and know that if you have fasted more than 12 hours overnight, that your blood sugar is going to go up. If you've skipped breakfast and you're doing it later in the morning, you've likely fasted more than 12 hours. The longer you go past 12 hours, the more glycogen store you're going to break down in muscle or liver, and you're actually going to raise a fasting blood sugar, even though you've been fasting. Your insulin will therefore go up, reflecting that higher blood sugar. And over time, if you don't eat breakfast in the morning, your hemoglobin A1C is going to go up. All of these, by other practitioners, is going to look like you are diabetic when you are not. You are simply skipping breakfast, going more than 12 hours fasting, and it's a matter of timing, not a matter of insulin resistance or diabetes. So stay tuned for the third leg next time. That's going to be our next show of Hey Doc, What's Up? So have a great day.